Beginning, the assignment. I'd always thought protection details were boring. Babysit a diplomat, guard a cargo route, stand around in armor until someone salutes you. But this time it was different. They said the twins were coming. My name's Elias Tren, security officer, outpost level 4 on the frontier planet Relis, 9, a mining colony orbiting a dying star. The air smelled like burnt ozone, and the ground shimmered with magnetic dust storms. We'd been getting reports of strange activity from beyond the ridge, biosignatures we couldn't identify, flickers of movement near the refinery perimeter. Command suspected an alien infiltration. Then came the message. Reinforcements incoming. 2 specialists assigned to protect you. Expect them at dusk. When the transport touched down, I expected bulky mercenaries in combat armor. Instead, 2 figures stepped out. Tall, slender, wearing silver-white suits that seemed to ripple like liquid. Their eyes glowed faintly, not with menace, but with something curious. They looked identical, same height, same sharp features, same faintly iridescent skin. Only their expressions differed. One looked serious and focused. The other carried a faint, mischievous smile. "I'm Saren," said the first. "And I'm Lyra," said the second, her voice melodic, almost teasing. "Elias." I introduced myself, trying not to stare too long. "You're the specialists assigned to ensure your safety," Saren replied. Lyra tilted her head. "And to ensure the safety of something else." That last part made me uneasy. Something else. They didn't explain. Middle, the watchers in the dark. For days the twins followed me everywhere. Through the corridors, across the dunes, into the dim refinery halls. They moved like reflections, one shadow never leaving the other. When I worked, I could feel their eyes on me. Not hostile, but analytical, like scientists observing a rare specimen. At night, I'd catch faint whispers through the static on my comms, a language I didn't understand. I once walked past their quarters. The air shimmered faintly around them, their forms flickering between human and something more radiant. They weren't just humanoid. They were synthetic organic hybrids, designed with alien precision, energy and matter intertwined. One night I asked directly, "You two aren't human, are you?" Lyra smirked. "You noticed." Saren gave her a warning look. "We are assigned here, Elias. That's all you need to know." Assigned by who? Their silence told me enough. Whoever sent them wasn't human command. Still, they were good at what they did. When the refinery was attacked by rogue scavenger drones, the twins reacted faster than I could blink. Energy shields burst to life, waves of violet light cutting the machines apart without firing a single bullet. The battle ended in seconds. I looked at them, perfectly calm, untouched. "You're protectors," I said. Lyra's eyes shimmered. "For now." A signal. A week later, a deep tremor rolled through Relis, 9. The ground split open outside the compound, and from the crater, a column of energy spiraled skyward. My sensors went haywire, frequencies off the chart. "Central systems are crashing," yelled. Saren pressed her palm against the control panel. Instantly, the circuit steadied. "It's not natural," she said. "It's a beacon." Lyra turned toward me. "Someone is calling." "Calling who?" They looked at each other. I could feel the silent communication passing between them. Then Saren said softly, "Us." The realization hit me, they weren't protectors. They were receivers. The beacon was meant for them. That night I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those twin silhouettes standing outside, staring up at the glowing rift. Their faces illuminated by alien light. Calm, almost reverent. I confronted them the next morning. You said you were assigned to protect me. Saren's gaze softened. We are. But protection has many meanings. Lyra stepped closer, her voice barely above a whisper. You think you're guarding the colony, Elias. But what if the colony was guarding you? Middle continued. The truth beneath the surface. I didn't understand what they meant until I followed them into the wastelands. They didn't know I was trailing them. Their movements were too synchronized, too fluid. They walked for miles toward the ridge, the heart of the magnetic storms. There, beneath layers of ionized sand, they uncovered something buried deep, a crystalline chamber glowing faintly blue. The air hummed as they activated the surface. Strange symbols appeared, a language beyond my comprehension. Lyra placed her hand on the crystal. It's alive. Saren nodded. And it's waking. When I stepped out of hiding, they didn't seem surprised. You weren't supposed to follow, Saren said, though her tone wasn't angry. I need to know what's going on, I said. What is that thing? Saren turned toward the light. A seed of our origin, part of the consciousness that created us. Lyra added, it has been sleeping for millennia. Until you arrived. Me. Saren met my eyes. Your DNA carries resonance. You triggered its awakening. Froze. That's impossible. Lyra smiled faintly. So is breathing on a planet that shouldn't support life. Yet here you are. They explained that their creators, an extinct civilization called the Valera, left fragments of their minds scattered across galaxies. These seeds could only awaken when bonded with compatible organic frequencies. Somehow, my physiology matched what they were designed to find. We were sent to protect the key, Saren said. To protect you. The awakening. The crystal's glow intensified over the next few days. Energy fields pulsed through the ground, disrupting every system in the outpost. Command issued evacuation orders. I stayed behind with the twins. You should leave, I told them. Saren shook her head. We cannot. Our directive is incomplete until the link stabilizes. What link? She touched her temple. Between you and the seed. The words chilled me. Then one night it happened. The crystal fractured open, releasing a pulse of light that tore through the facility. I fell to my knees as visions flooded my mind. Galaxies spinning backward, voices singing in harmonic waves, a sense of timeless awareness pressing against my thoughts. The twins knelt beside me, their forms glowing brighter, merging with the light. Elias, Lyra said softly. Don't fight it. I can't, it's too much. You are not alone, Saren whispered. Let it through. And then silence. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in the refinery anymore. I stood in a vast luminous space. Endless, weightless. Before me, twin constellations shimmered, shaping themselves into faces I knew. Saren and Lyra. You are inside the seed, Saren's voice echoed. Lyra floated beside her. You have been chosen to anchor its rebirth. What does that mean? It means, Saren said gently, that you are now part of the Valera memory. The revelation. Through the connection I saw their true purpose. The Valera weren't extinct, merely dispersed into fragments of consciousness across space. The twins weren't just protectors. They were vessels, designed to find a compatible being who could host the return of the ancient mind. They had found me. Lyra's expression softened. We didn't expect the bond to take this form. You feel emotion. That was never part of the calculation. You mean love? I asked, my voice trembling. Saren looked down, almost human in that moment.